Hello everyone! Holiday Wither here, and welcome to a brand new series playing West of Loathing. This is a fun slapstick comedy game, all in glorious black and white, and involving favorite stick character people. Now, I've played the first hour of this game just to see if I would enjoy it, and play it on this channel I should say, and I really do like it. So, without further ado, let's start a new game. Now, as you can see, I did already, like I said, I played an hour or so of this, so I know a little bit about the starting game, but everything else is completely blind to me. But, we're going to be a male, and we are going to be Holiday, last name, Wither. We're Holiday Wither, so let's begin. Wanted for protagonizing. 10,131 meat. That seems good. So I had the strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. Now, one thing, this game is text heavy. So if you do not like text heavy games, I would advise not watching. But it really is a fun game, so I think it's going to be fun. So we have three classes. We have Cow Puncher, which is melee, Bean Slinger, which is magic, and Snake Oiler, which is a gunner. So I'm gonna be a Bean Slinger. Magic and cooking are inextricably intertwined in Loathing, and the Bean Slinger is a mystical master of both. You've heard that there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, due to most of the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. So I want to be a Bean Slinger. Let's begin. So here's our room, walking around. And we have a bookshelf. Read the spine of one of your books. Any danger in the trouble at Haunted Church. So if you keep reading these, like I said, I know the first hour, so if you keep reading these, you will get a book called Walking Stupid. And we can read it. And you accidentally drop the book and then ruin it by stepping on it 30 times while you're trying to pick it up. Oops. So as you can see, we now walk pretty stupidly. I'm going to keep this on for the first episode, just to see what you guys think of it. We have a desk. Goodbye, desk. Comb hair. Earn some experience. Hey, Russell. How you doing? Caw! I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Caw, caw! Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag and feed it to Russell. He coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Well, I mean, since we're gonna be gone on a journey, we should let Russell leave too. You open the bedroom window, not pictured, and unlatch the door to Russell's cage. He winks at you, caws one last time, then flies away to the west. It's time to hit the trail. Goodbye, phonograph. You pull the needle away from the cylinder and stow the handle away. So we have some firewood, which we can stack. We have the hearth. Really puts the hearth in hearth and home. Gonna miss Mom's cooking. Mom's pie safe. Keeps all her pies safe. Makes sense. We have our brother's room. You flip through one of the brother's weird books and flip through it. Traité des substitutions et des equations algebraiques. Just the title page gives me a headache. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Disquisitions Arithmetica. I think it's a book about math? Maybe? You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. On the application to dynamics of a general mathematical method previously applied to optics. None of it makes a lick of sense to me. It's your kid brother's toy box. Inside, you got a puzzle cube. So tidy, and his desk with the weird diagrams and charts. Now it is actually really quiet without music, so I'm going to turn that back on. And now we can go outside and talk to our parents. Your mom smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mom. We're going to miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you go, I got you a present. A present? Yep, it's that book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early, but the one about picking locks? Oh boy. The one about desert survival? Oh boy. The one about bartering? Oh boy. Now, I usually go for a class that involves picking locks, because I love picking locks. So we're going to go with number 1. One about picking locks? Oh boy. That's the one. Enjoy it. You got an item. Learn how to pick them. Locks and how to pick them, excuse me. Please be careful out there. Write us a letter when you can. She hugs you. I will, Mom. Goodbye. So we got a book, which we can open with our inventory. Now, you will see my mouse cursor from time to time, so mostly it will just be my mouse. Gives you the lock picking skill. You got lock picking expertise. They ain't yet invented a lock that'll keep you out. You can pick complex locks. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! We have Dad here. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. It's time for me to leave. His lip quivers a little. Listen, I want you to have this. It's grandmother's favorite can of beans. You got an item. Can of infinite beans. You'd think a can with unlimited number of beans in it would be really exciting, but these beans are pretty terrible. It's a pretty cool thing to carry around, though. The item goes in your offhand, and it gives us spell, muscle, and moxie. Thank him. Thanks, Dad. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Goodbye, Dad. So when we go to our inventory, we have this in our offhand. So that'll add to our abilities and traits, which we'll get into later. We have a haystack, and we got a needle. And it's our brother Rufus, who is standing looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him his puzzle, and he starts fidgeting with it. Hey, Rufus, time for me to head west. I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going west? To help people, to seek my fortune, or get off this stupid farm. Well, I'm usually a nice person, even though I like picking locks, so to help people. You read the papers, Rufus. The people out west are in trouble. They need all the help they can get. But it's so dangerous. 60% of people who go west get killed within a year. And that statistic is before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. I think you'll be dead by Crimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay, you give him a playful punch on the arm. Well, that seems to be everything as our dad plays guitar on the pitchfork, and I think it's time to leave. Go west, young man? Yes. Looks like this isn't your first rodeo. Would you like to skip the Boring Springs prologue and head straight to Dirtwater? Any horses or partners you unlocked in the previous game will be available to you, and you'll start with 1139 meat and some of the more important items from Boring Spring. Now, I could easily skip this, but I want to show you guys the prologue, because I think it's a pretty interesting thing. So, no, I want to play the prologue again. Now we have the opening credits, but I'm just going to skip them, because who watches the opening credits? You just skip the credit sequence where your character rode a turnip cart across the Great Plains and into the sleepy town of Boring Springs. Highlights of the trip include director Zach Johnson, cinematographer Victor Thompson, film editor Kevin Simmons, dialect coach Riff Connor, stunt coordinator Wes Cleveland, key grip Chris Moyer, and boom operator Ryan Ike. I'm sure it was spectacular. Now we have some cactuses and a turnip, so I'll get that. So we have some cactuses, just see if we get anything interesting. There's a chunk of wood, so we got a broken board. We have the saloon, the bar, the sheriff, the trader. Step right up, Braid's the name and trade's the game. You seriously doubt that his name is Braid? Howdy. Well, sir, today I'm looking for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. Well, I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul, I give thee a fine silver pocket watch. Well, I want to keep my needle, so no trades for now, thanks. So we have some cactuses, we have the doctors, which says get lost, and we have a weird cactus man hybrid. Smiles at you. Howdy, cactus man. Howdy yourself, and the name's Bill. Cactus Bill. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they call you Cactus Bill? Huh, no, that's just a coincidence. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus? Oh, haha. No, it's actually kinda nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. I guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. It won't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have newspaper or anything, do ya? No, sorry. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. Will do, Bill. So, there's Bill. We have Topeka. Nope, you're not allowed in Topeka anymore, remember? I don't know what I did in Topeka, but it clearly was something bad. So we have, you wanna, Noah well, he's drunk. So let's talk to the sheriff. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. What? The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. So you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would you? Well, as a matter of fact, I am. Great, 'cause I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around these parts that call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with them. It ain't, well, it ain't much good without the door. And And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff and all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Yeah, I guess chair tipping's pretty important to sheriffs. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, because I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol off his desk and hands it to you. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed. But there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is. Makes a little note on your map. Got it. I'll be back with the door. Oh, no, I want to get this. A mug. So we go to our inventory. We have a deputy pistol, which is damage 4 to 5, a broken board, which is our melee. So let's go into the bar first. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting to the left of the door shrieks and waves his arm at your attention. Hey, where's a hat, dang nabbit? Well, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to a take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. Check out the box. You look through the hat box and find a magical black Stetson. That looks like something you'd wear. Barely enchanted hat. You grab the hat and put it on. Thanks, sir. Pete! Thanks, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if somewhat twitchy nod. Say, fella. Yeah? You're heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Let's talk to the bartender. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you. While you're waiting, you see a sign taped to the back wall reading, "Award for lost mugs, 25 meat each." Well, let's keep waiting. He finally notices you. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Holiday. What brings you to our little backwater? Ask about work. Oh, the usual. Came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Bowling Springs has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Let's ask about the railroad. The Manifest Destiny Company from back east. They're trying to run a line to Frisco and having a heck of a time doing so. And they're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Big company, that. Let's ask about Dirtwater. Dirtwater? Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of the law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the dang cows. Lots of opportunities here. Pause for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yep, if I were a younger man, I'd probably head that way myself. Ask about errands. Yeah, the Forsaken Burg is always falling apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing some help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff could certainly stand to have someone doing his job for him. Anything else? Well, I've got a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke in from the Goldstein wiped his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle a goblin. Much obliged. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Weak fungicide. I'll take care of it. So we got a goblin to take care of. And who's this? Howdy, I'm Holiday. Howdy, Holiday, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm the town horse-selling guy. Oh, gotcha. How's work coming out for you? Oh, those horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming? Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't sold one in ages. Oh, is that why you're here drinking instead? Yep, and me being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably why they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle of life things. Well, I'm in need of a horse. Do you have any left? One, kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Okay. Well, we got the Tossler, so there's where we'll get our horse. And we have a woman who glares at us. You should probably just let her drink. Okay. And I should probably leave him alone. Okay. What else do we have? We have these people down here. These guys are playing poker, or at least trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands at the how to play poker card that came with the deck, biting their lips. Well, can't do anything yet. We got a sleeping fellow, but I know we can turn in mugs, so I found this mug. So, much obliged, let me get 25 meat. But, who's this late? Well, we can ask him about who's this late drinking whiskey out of a beer mug. That's Susie. She's a ranch from nearby, real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Why's that? Lost her family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ouch. Well, so we have someone that lost their family. Now we can play. They look at you nervously. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s plus a 2, a 3, and a king. So let's bet aggressively since we have Moxie. And as you can realize, our skills will play an important thing in what actions we can do. And that will affect what we can and can't do. So let's bet aggressively. Yeehaw! I'll bet 15 meat. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet. Okay, read 'em and weep. You show your pairs of 10s plus 2, 3, king. The guy on the left has a full house, 2 jack and 3 aces, and the guy on the right somehow got a straight flush, 2 through 6 in hearts. Let's outfox them. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points, to the guy on the right's 20, and you're 25 plus a king. And the king represents King Ralph the Ninth, whom the western colonies revolted against because of unfair taxes, so they owe an entire tax of 10 meat each. They nod in understanding and push more meat across the table at you. Collect your winnings and stand up. The guys thank you for helping them learn the game. We got 50 meat. Let's walk away. Now we have this. It's a spittoon. People spit in here. You know, without even looking in it, that's absolutely disgusting. Now we could ignore it or we could look in it. I think we're gonna look in it. Yeah, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and it looks like a few teeth as well. It's disgusting. And the smell. Even from a distance, it smells horrible. Let's look closer. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? Let's get it. You reach your hand towards the bottom of the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air. Like a greasy fog enveloping the stinking brass horror. It smells like the vomit through a mesquite barbecue eating contest. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup. It makes a light glop sound. Your skin is burning. Your eyes start to water. Search. Your fingers make contact with something. You pull out the hand of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations, we got a nasty ring. Which goes into our offhand, and that gives us mysticality, moxie, and muscle. So it was worth it in the end. Now let's go take care of that goblin. And here's some newspaper, which we need to give to Cactus Bill. We have some whiskey, so we got some Nurse brand whiskey, and we got the goblin. Goblin shouts, "Briark!" Let's attack it. We also have the pesticide, so we can use that. And we killed the goblin. Victory is ours. We have dispatched the goblin. You pat yourself on the back for a job well done. We also gained a mysticality, which, this is your mysticality, affects the amount of damage you do with spells and the amount of damage you take from spells. Well, that's what we're going to want to increase because we're a magical person. Now let's go tell the bartender we've done a job. Howdy. Howdy, good to see you again, Holiday. Took care of that goblin. Thank you kindly, Holiday. I knew you was a stand-up fella the moment you walked in here. Reaches under the bar and grabs a bag of meat. Here you go. It's the least I can do for the way of thanks. 200. You tip your hat to the bartender. Just thought I'd say howdy. Well, mission accomplished, I reckon. Wow, so now we have 275 meat. But now let's go to our map and go to the Fricker Gang's hideout. So Thud Fricker, the Fricker Gang's intrepid lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. We could wake him up or just shoot him. For now I think I'm just going to ignore him. So let's leave him be. We have a beer barrel. We have some random stuff. 25 meat, recovered mug, and some cufflinks. So what's inside? We have a man in the bathtub. Shoot him, tie him up, or pass the soap. Well, we know we need soap, so let's have him pass the soap. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. Well, I think we should also tie him up. You grab a nearby length of rope and carefully tie his hands together, and then tie the handles of the tub. The sheriff can come collect him later. Let the sleeping bandits lie. And you cautiously approach the Fricker Gang as we crawl across the floor. And they're pretty engrossed in that poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and the squirrely one is his brother, Wimpy. What's your play here? Well, let's approach them and talk. Howdy, boys. Deal me in. The one with the eye patch raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How'd you get past Spud and Soapy? What do you want? I'm here for the sheriff's door. I'll show you the door. The door to hell. He draws his gun. Okay, a fight it is then. So now we got another fight, when we actually have to use our weapons. So let's use the board, shall we? And do 5 damage. He misses. So let's attack him again. Oh! Wow. That guy did quite a bit of damage. At least they were kind enough to drag you outside after they beat you unconscious. Yep. Well, we didn't fare well. Now, there's something I actually want to check. In our options, I want to show the combat grid, and I want to do nerd mode. And you'll find out why in a bit. Nostalgia mode? Oh, well, this hurts my eyes. So, let's go back in. So, the nice thing is, when you die, you don't die. You actually get respawned, so. Now let's approach him again. I'm here for the sheriff's door. Alright, let's fight him. But let's shoot this guy, because we need to defeat him. There we go. That guy shouldn't be a problem. And it seems this guy can attack us, so now let's beat him. Thankfully, he shouldn't be a problem. And you know, let's look at our spells. Lava Fava, 10 hot damage, and increase your armor by 4. And let's do this. And that should kill him, right? Yep. The leader of the Fricker Gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. So we got some gumption. Your level of get up and get her done. The higher it is, the quicker you are. Speed, AP, and spleen capacity. Time to recover the door. But let's get the mug and their meat and the door. Now, he's tied up in the tub. But is this guy out here still here? Let's see. Yep, he is. So let's just wake him up. You poke Thud with your boot. He slowly gets to his feet. Thud is, well, let's say he's no Rhodes Scholar. We assume that it's 7 years from now, and that idiom makes sense. Kinda feel bad about the idea of killing him. Walk away, Thud. You don't want life like this. Take a hike. Okay, probably right. Thud stumbles off into the desert. He'll probably be fine. And we got the honorable perk. Honorable options will be available in some situations. Great. Now let's go back to Boring Springs and return as we ballerina our way over to the sheriff. Now you'll find out why I'm walking into cactuses later. But I see the Fricker Gang hasn't put a stop to your breathing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on its hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that's asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly then. Looks like I owe you 400 meat. Wow, that's a lot. Got another little task for you if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I'll keep an eye out. Well, we know if we trade some soap, we should be able to get a lock. So I'll trade this soap for a lock. Braid, though you really don't think his name is actually Braid, takes your soap and hands you a lock. Thanks for that. And we got the Mostly Stabs perk, which you've been poked by so many cactuses that your body has built up an entire extra set of skin capillaries just to deal with the constant tiny puncture wounds. And that adds 5 maximum HP. So, here's the lock. And the sheriff the lock. That'll do nicely. The sheriff perks the lock on the door and then accidentally drops the key and it clatters into the cell. Hellfire. Don't suppose you know how to pick a lock, stranger? Got a needle handy? I'll see what I can do. So let's open the door with our lock. Picking skills. And let's go tell him. I unlocked your cell for you. The sheriff walks into the cell and picks up the key. He looks around for a place to hide it and eventually sticks it under his hat. Thank you, stranger. If Boring Springs ever gets any more criminals, they better watch out. That's a good job you've done. Don't mention it. Here, have this as a souvenir. The replica sheriff badge, which gives us 1 armor. Now that should also go on our lapel, because we don't have it. Now let's go turn in our items at the bar. Found these mugs. 50 meat. Just thought I'd say howdy. Well, you got your leave. Now, one more thing before we wrap up this episode. Let's go to the Boring Springs Horsery, because someone in here needs our help. So let's talk to him. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, God, yes. Thank you. Please. I need to fetch them myself except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat each for finding them. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. You pretty much always run away to the same spots. So, the Orhill Mine, the Boring Springs Boneyard, and Thousands Snake Gulch. Why these places? I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it these oats. They should send it back here. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Okay, will do. See ya. Well, that's something we're gonna save for the next episode. It's finding the hostlers' horses and finishing up a few loose ends in Boring Springs. But that's all for now. So this is Holiday Withers signing off. Hope you've enjoyed the first episode of West of Loathing, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a nice day.